in that calendar year.
Well, we are in a time vacuum.
This is or it could be a woman, because 30 is the age for women. I don't know why it's different age for men and women. Always found that a bit weird. Here's Dougie with a disc, and Dougie's going to loz it deep, but he's not got enough on it. Easily covered defensively.
Well stopped.
Little high release backhand. Still a bit weird for me seeing Matt Bolton in a Devon uniform and not a Reading uniform. Obviously a bit weird for him as well, because he's the other team.
Not quite used to it yet.
Cheeky little scuba over the top. I think that's kind of the preferred nomenclature for a scuba, isn't it? Cheeky little scuba. Cheeky.
There's rarely a straight-laced scuba.
Blade over the top. Oh, Mannings came for it, and he completely flubbed his lines. And Janitors an opportunity to score their first point of the game now. Close to the end zone, they're going to go backwards. This is fine because relatively small pitches at Glasgow. They've got a full range of throws. They can score from anywhere, but hey, just jam it in the jam hole sometimes, score at the front cone.
That was absolutely textbook dump swinging, their experience coming to the fore and just doing clinical textbook work. Had to be, it was a little tight towards the end because maybe, you know, the years, they slow you down.
I mean, here's the thing, right? I have not got slower with age because I was just never fast.
But you've managed to maintain your low speed?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's an achievement in of itself.
Well, I just never worked at it, so it was not really. I took up running during the first pandemic.
Oh, why?
Because the local running club met at the brewery. That's why.
That makes much more sense.
Yeah, checks out, doesn't it? Actually, they're a lovely bunch, and then real life got in the way a bit more this year. Also, running, actually not actually that fun.
It doesn't look fun.
No.
If you're not chasing something, what's the point?
Right? Or running away from something.
Correct. If you're not chasing and or being chased.
The chasiness is an important factor. Wide open undercut there. Thinking about the deep shot. And hey, every time they catch it, they're looking for a scoring pass because it's there for everyone to see. Nice all over the top from the man with maybe the best nickname in Ultimate. Genuinely, it might be the best nickname in Ultimate.
I think it's certainly up there. Can you think of any that would be better? I think Gash is up there.
Oh, Gash is good.
Gash is a great nickname.
Gash is good. See, Mum doesn't have the same kind of authority to it.
It's great, though. I always loved it.
But it's one of those things that's so used. Like everyone now calls like Gash is a really good nickname actually.
And Clapham.
I also thought Brittany was a really good nickname when he was playing.
You have to explain that one to me.
I actually don't know why he was called Brittany. Maybe because someone thought he looked a bit like Britney Spears at some point.
Not a bad compliment.
I mean, depends what phase Britney Spears it was.
Any phase of Britney Spears' inspiration.
Oh, here we go. The cap comes off nice and early. Oh,
he gets away with that one.
But, you know, you knew that he was serious because, bam, as soon as it went up, cap down. Don't need this anymore. And Devon looking deep.
Very comfortably taken.
Bails out with Dougie. I tell you what, there's a lot of muscle in that matchup.
Over the top. That sandwich.
Oh, is he in the end zone? Just about toes the line. 5-1 to Dev.
Looking comfortable doing it as well.
Yeah, I'll be honest. They going all right for them so far. Going all right for them.
It's been a handy shift in the morning sun.
Yes, isn't it? Tell you what, this game. If they continue with this pace, game will be over in about 20 minutes.
That's actually a really good point. It's only 8 minutes past 11, and it's only 3 games into what promises to be a fantastic weekend.
So we have after this 6 more games.
Hooray!
Yeah, brilliant.
No, I am genuinely very excited by that prospect.
And it's your first Glasgow.
It is my first. I went to the music festival twice before I went to the Ultimate Festival once.
Oh, yeah, I've never been. Still never been to. It's too many people for me actually.
It's a city of hippies for a week.
Yeah, it's just too. It's like 160, 200,000 people, something. It's like,
especially on the last day when they let in all the locals as well. It genuinely gets like 250,000 people.
Yeah, it's absolutely
it's
massive.
Jammers.
Massive anxiety for me around that. This is much more my speed. By which I mean Masters.
This perfect, relaxed, lovely, floaty shot to the end zone.
Back of the end zone. Nice sky as well.
Great sky.
Didn't completely climb the ladder, but got a couple of rungs up. All he needed to do.
That's all he needed to do. He's not trying to reach the top shelf. He's just trying to, you know, level it.
Speaking of Masters, what are you doing in a couple of weeks' time?
I am... Ooh, mesh. Why? What are you doing?
Because from the 25th of September, Ulti TV is at the World Great Grandmasters Beach Ultimate Club Championships in Sardinia. And we will be there broadcasting from a tournament that is going to be great fun to do. Ulti TV, it's so nice that Frisbee's back, so we can go to these interesting tournaments. Like we were at UK Nationals 2 weeks ago, the Basel Open last week. Now this week we're at Glasgow, WGG BUCC 2 weeks time, and then XUCF the weekend pretty much straight on the back of that. So there's so much Ultimate coming up on Ulti TV.
The world is healing as the scuba goes straight into the ground.
Is that why the world? Oh, that was a scuba as well. Are they all doing it upside down? Please. Oh no, toss into the end zone. Boring.
Well, at the same time, that is one of the most impressive plays by one of the most impressive teams at this tournament, the Janitors, the Janitors.
Dr. Janitors.
Incredibly impressive Masters side.
Yeah, I mean they've
potentially the best ever.
Well, they did win the last 2 Masters Nationals, which of course were held as part of Glastonbury Tournament. So they have a little bit of history, a bit of form, so to say. For their first break of the game, they're only down 2 now. You know, maybe pushing Devon a little bit.
That's
good.
A very good point. First break of the game,
Also,
the right time to come in on the break.
What's been just so you just had a special delivery to the broadcast booth.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was just having a lovely conversation with a member of one of the most impressive Ultimate sides that I've ever seen, and certainly a fine collection of people who are coming back into this strongly and have a very good chance of winning it. I'm talking, of course, about the Janitors.
And I tell you what, this is, I think, what a lot of people associate with master sides is maybe when you don't have the legs, you'll play some zone and you'll play it well. The question is, you know, can you fluster the opposition a little bit enough to get them out of rhythm? That's a nice hammer over the top, open things up. Run some give-go on the far sideline. Now a little threaded shot through. Thought about the Steph Rapazzo shot for goal. Oh, the scuba. Saucy.
Very effective. Tough to run a zone against a team like Devon Masters who are willing to throw it and then go and constantly move themselves. The constant movement of everybody on the offense, or almost everybody on the offense, means the zone can never truly get set or comfortable. They kept the disc flowing. A couple of unorthodox shots in there as well. It worked out perfectly.
I know that you're now of this part of the world. And so you will know that this is not necessarily... the pitches are slightly smaller, so there's a bit less space to work with, which can make a zone perhaps a bit more effective.
True.
But it's glorious weather. There's not a breath of wind. And that makes it a bit more difficult to challenge those overhead throws.
And that's always going to be one of the difficulties when you're trying to play zone in calm weather. Because really, zone, you need the wind in a lot of instances to be that 8th defender. Especially against teams that are going to move this quickly and know each other this well, like a Devon Masters team. Nicely
weighted pull towards the back of the end zone. Looking slightly frustrated with options downfield. Contested underpass, snatched away. Bolton with the hammer. Bang, there you go. 7-3, and that's half-time.
Devon returning to form and looking confident doing it. Lovely hammer into the corner. And they were in danger of running away with it completely. 8 minutes into the game, 5 minutes more have passed. We've seen a little bit more life from Janitors. I think they can do it, score a few more points. They're certainly my favorite team out there. But what?
I thought we
this is how I've always felt, and there's been nothing done that would change or influence my opinion on the wonderful side, the Janitors.
I thought we were supposed to be impartial in the broadcast booth.
Up until the point where they no, I was trying to think of it, couldn't think.
They furnished us with... So
yeah.
what have they dropped off?
This is a beer special.
You know it's special because it says so.
Exactly, it's 5.5. It's got one of those fancy screwy top-off things. I'm very excited about that.
Oh, a proper cork to pop.
Room finish beer. Cuvée exceptionnelle. A premium dry hopped French beer flavored with rum-infused oak chips. This method gives the beer a superbly complex and mouth-watering flavor. That is actually a really fucking nice gift. Thank you very much, Jan.
Language. Got to keep it professional.
Yes, that's why we started drinking at 9 in the morning.
Exactly, it's Glasgow. Got to keep it professional. Just what constitutes professional is different here than it would be at, say, other tournaments. Excuse me while I drink my milk.
On a hot day. A good choice, it turns out.
Banana milk is the ultimate recovery fuel.
I don't know about milk as a recovery fuel.
Oh yeah, no,
That
this has been proven. This is why tournaments used to do the milk challenge. Sunday morning, drink 6 pints of milk as quickly as you can.
That sounds horrifying. 6 pints of milk. What's
Oh.
that? That's 3 liters of milk.
Oh, your body can't keep it down. It physically cannot tolerate that much dairy over such a short space of time.
I've done the 2-liter milk challenge when I was younger, and it was rough. Like rough.
The other one was the cheese challenge. We had to eat a kilo of cheese.
I don't want to do that either.
Well, you're allowed to wash it down.
With milk?
With milk, yeah. Correct.
Just trying to kill all the lactose intolerant people on your team.
Well, obviously you don't make them do it.
Can they do it with oat milk?
I don't think it works because the whole point is that the challenge is the dairy. And if you drink oat milk, soy milk, whatever sort of milk, then there's no dairy content. And that is where the challenge is. Solid pull, which Dougie catches. Centering pass. Oh, I thought that could have gone. Couple of cuts to a similar space. There's still that swing over to the far side. Oh, I'll tell you what. Proper pump fake there. And he's going to put it, so got to respect it. Down the line.
Tries to go quick, but it gets read easily.
Yeah.
Beautiful hand block.
Just maybe signaled their intentions a bit too early, perhaps. It was a good idea, but defender was wise to it. Little dad backhand into the middle of the pitch. Very appropriate, I guess, for these teams. Oh, rescued off the miscommunication. Laser scuba.
The second scuba assist of the game. You love to see it. And a strong return coming into the second half for Devon Masters. I feel they're probably going to run away with this game now.
It does feel like it is theirs to lose at this point, certainly. But it's Glasgow, so I've seen teams lose it from stronger positions.
What is, say, the biggest comeback you can think of in Glasgow history?
Oh, I've no idea. But I've definitely seen teams lose. It's more difficult on the Saturday because they don't really have a cap. But on the Sunday, I've definitely seen teams be like 5 points up, 5, 6 points up, and then just crumble.
Rough.
I've also definitely won games here at Glasgow that we had no right to win because we were the right level of inebriated that we tried weird shit and it came off. Oh, I have sworn. Yeah, sorry everyone.
I know for a fact you've sworn on stream before. There's no way you've gone 4 years.
This is Glasgow, doesn't count. Yeah, mate, I'm good at my job.
I know that's not true. No, it is. You are very good at your job, and it is a pleasure to be here with you at Glasgow, something I've heard so much about. And now I get to witness with my own eyes, just like that. Beautiful shots to the end zone and comfortable, cool, collected catches.
I mean, there's 2 people there. Like,
and they're both capable of reeling that one in.
Both free. It's too tempting not to do it, and it came off. So
that's the Glasgow spirit. It's too tempting not to do it.
That is a little bit of the Glasgow spirit, yeah, in it. Yeah, so it's 9-3 now.
9-3, game to 13. I think we can look forward to a bit more spice from Devon. Wouldn't mind seeing a bit more spice from the Janitors. Right now, they're getting their brooms broken.
I would expect to see some. Yeah, they're not shy of a bit of spice. I don't think on occasion. I think it should be 9-3. Another deep ball towards the back of the end zone, and they're on the march.
I like the catch, the pull, and the quick throw. Always that one.
That I like a bit less.
That was probably not in the playbook. Devon right in the end zone line.
Swedish. Oh, no one was looking for the Swedish. Which, by the way, is just walk into the front of the end zone and just drop it in someone's hand. A round break. Oh, we macked it on. Get him in the Mac line contest later.
But it's the wrong time, wrong place. And the Janitors coming back at it.
So, Lorcan, I imagine that you're going to try and come for the Mac line crown. Deep put goes up. There's a big height matchup downfield. It's tipped on and laid out and saved by the Janitors, sweeping up the trash there, trying to jump into the end zone.
And they're going to give it to him.
They're going to call it a goal.
I mean, fair enough then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that was exactly how they drew it up.
Of course, with this much experience, this much knowledge of the game, they've got plays that they're going to run exactly to the letter.
And they were expecting the tip there, and they were playing for the tip, and they were ready to lay out and save it.
They knew Devon Masters, they're ambitious. They're going to try and go up high to get these blocks. They might try and go up a bit high too early because they're trying to show off at the stream. We'll use that to our advantage. They'll mac it on. We'll be there to get the big layout.
And we'll get some extra yards for it as well.
Easy as. That's just levels of intelligence. 300 IQ.
Galaxy brain. Which
like
is not what you get when you eat too much chocolate.
Me, a former European MacLine champion, will be stepping up to the MacLine competition later on.
Do you expect to win?
Probably not, to be honest with you. There's a lot of really good athletes here, and I haven't played in a long time. But
that's a very underwhelming answer. Can I ask that again? So you can talk more smack.
I apologize.
Do you expect to win?
I don't expect to win. I just accept I'll win. I mean, come on. What's the point of even having the competition? I suppose people like to see me play, and it's a treat for them. Huge hammer all the way down the pitch. It's a treat for us. Mrs. reads it, and it turns out to be a trick.
Yeah, it would have had to throw it in the back of the end zone. It was possible. But it's that classic misread. You get too far underneath it and just had more gas than you thought. I mean, that's one way to get over his own, really. It's just like
throw it,
loz a hammer over the top. Yeah, beautiful.
Well, there's a deep shot available, and they take it. Big battle in the end zone.
He's got the body position. The layout gets nowhere.
But clean layout never went near the man. You have to respect that. You'd think some other people would be tempted to try and go over the back and get that D, especially when they have ups to challenge.
Can I be mean here? And can I call that a walrus? Because he threw the turnover with the hammer out the back, and then went for the layout, didn't get it. The reverse bookends. It's the walrus.
That is rough, but also hilarious. I thought that you were commenting on the form of his layout.
Oh, no. I thought it was a really good layout.
It was, yes.
But he got scored on, so.
A tough one.
Unlucky.
Great positioning by the Janitors.
It might be Janitors.
Is it not Janitors?
I was going to go, no, it's actually Janitors. And then realized, oh, wait, no. It's not how the joke works, Benj.
That's the stupidest one it could be.
Yeah, sorry.
Janitors? Come on.
I'm trying to think of other ways I can do this. Deep pull, back of the end zone. Stays in bounds. Love to see it.
And they're busting out another zone. And Devon Masters respond with scoobers.
Yeah, I think they feel that
scoobers.
Maybe this, yeah, that's true. I think this is maybe they feel is their best way to try and generate turns. It's just to slow things down because maybe they are a bit athletically outmatched, perhaps.
That's a good call. And now they're hoping. Just trap them. Make them overthink. They can't lean straight into an athletic play. They're going to have to go with a couple of brain ones.
I just think you can just knife it into the end zone. If you throw it hard enough, it's free. Well, that's a little bit of spice on the end zone line. Thinks about the toss in, and in the end, it's a little pop backhand for the goal. 10-5 to Devon.
Showing they can do it both ways. Big shots to the end zone, or just lots of dinking, ducking, and diving to get through the zone.
Like a little, pinball style bounce around the back sometimes.
I love it. I love playing against zones like that, especially ones that are going maybe for a wall, and you force into the wall like the Janitors were doing there, because in that there's always going to be space if you can get the scoober off. There's always going to be a free dump, and with a little bit of movement from that, you can get that quick running, popping, going. It's just so fun to play.
Who let Ed onto the pitch?
Who could stop him?
Especially in that shirt. Marron. Look at that. This is a look.
That is a big arcing pull all the way out and all the way back in.
But it didn't even reach the end zone. Lame.
On a smaller pitch.
Yeah, I know. Get in the gym. It's the one thing they always say about Devon is that they don't spend enough time in the gym.
That was a fantastic D.
Was it?
Yeah, he reached up, just got a little bit of a tip. No?
Oh, I thought it was an overthrow, but you might be right. It might have got a little bit of a finger in there. Enough spin on it to keep the disc up. And he's going to try and redeem with the gist to the end zone. Doug is all over it.
Dougie read that early and read it often.
I was like, read it often. I was like, well, you only need to read it once if you read it early
He's
enough.
been reading a lot of things. Oh, and there's another. That hammer's picked up.
Just about. I'll tell you what,
Just.
did really well to get his hand underneath it. And now they're beginning to slice their way through low. Oh, only macked on. Got both hands there, just couldn't quite close the hands in time. Dev moved quickly. Down the line. Try to jump it in. That's a goal, 11-5.
That's a goal.
Yeah, it came out more Italiano than it came out more Vez than I expected.
You start swearing in Italian, try and get away with it that way.
I was actually going to say something that wasn't Italian swear word. I was like, no, still probably best not to do.
Yes, for all of our Italian fans who are watching right now, we wouldn't want to offend them.
Do you know what the Italian for foul is?
I don't, but I know they say it loudly.
Faulo.
That's a great beard on you too, buddy. We should touch him later.
I think you've pulled.
Well, that's what I'm here to do, baby. Not on the pitch, though. I am a terrible puller.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, actually. Hey, with these small pitches, maybe you can reach the brick mark.
I think I could definitely throw it the distance of the brick mark, but it's not staying in bounds.
Your own brick mark.
Oh. Well, yeah, that's maybe with a bit of work, a bit of practice.
Yeah, if you really nail it.
Congratulations!
Was that, I caught one.
It was a big celebration. Can he catch two? He dropped his man to the ground!
He's left him in the dust!
He's on fire!
He's decleated him!
Lasers it across the pitch. Burns deep. Oh, he comes under again instead.
Boring. Oh.
Big layout attempt is looking for redemption after getting embarrassed twice.
3 times.
He's diving like an Italian. As the Janitors keep up the patient, good work, finding the open man and taking the open pass. As we've been saying, teams need to do more of all day.
Yep.
No saying no to an open dough.
Fundamentals, baby. Gotta love those fundamentals. Happy to go backwards. Losing yards doesn't really matter. There's a break available. Yes, no. Just a little toss underneath.
They do seem to be starting to get a little bit tired as the cuts are now becoming just straight runs to the open side.
And the pick cool because the old men need to get their breath back.
Smart call, smart call.
Mm-hmm.
Tactical pick. And a beautiful finish.
I tell you what, that was some slick offense from the Janitors.
Looking very clean.
Mm-hmm. Just waxed Devon there, to be honest.
Polish.
Yeah, it was very polished, very calm and assured.
And you can see why they have won the Grandmasters, is it? Or just the Masters?
Masters.
Just the Masters.
I'll tell you what, that hold was so clean you could eat your dinner off it.
It was very impressive. You'd have to say, though, Devon Masters team here would be in with a very good chance if we were having the Masters on the same weekend as Glastonbury. Is it going to be on another weekend or just not on this year?
I just don't think this is on this year.
Unfortunate. But Devon here showing their potential. This is their first time putting together a Masters team. Oh, look at that. We got a little bit of family love on the side, on the pitch. You love to see it.
I don't think they're quite of age, to be honest.
Probably not to play in this division.
No. Maybe great Grandmasters.
That's a nice high pull. Will it stay in?
I think it will, you know. More zone coming out, and Devon tried to get over the top. Ah, visionary.
Collected very comfortably.
Was that you guys are absolute bandits? They got away with one there. I think it's safe to be said. And then Meat Train. I thought maybe I actually didn't make the grab because I couldn't see the disc for a bit. It was hidden from view, but he has made the catch, and they're 1 away from victory.
Looking comfortable doing so. Kind of getting away with one. You hate to see that when you're on the defense. I don't know if it's ever happened to you. You get the big block on a hook, but there's just still so much spin. It careens off, and now some offensive.
I mean, you know what you should have done, don't you?
Gets it.
Should have caught his D.
It is the golden rule.
You gotta catch your Ds. I'm sick of saying it.
You have to acknowledge that if you're going to catch your D, you're going to get it at a slightly lower height. So it is very tempting not to.
Just catch a D, mate. Look, if he'd caught his D, would Devon have caught it?
Oh my, that's a great point.
It is a great point.
Yeah, I never thought about that before.
See?
Yeah.
Turns out every now and again, do have some wisdom to be found.
Mm.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, there we go. We won't get in trouble.
Goes for a break. It's a little bit floaty, but reeled in. Tossed towards this near sideline. Power position in stride. There's no huck available, and just underthrows and undercooks the pass.
Lots of pressure. As Meat Train takes off, he leaves the station.
Chew, heckin' chew. Oh, Manning's wanting the hammer, but he puts it in the locker for a bit. Boring. There is a poach on this near sideline. Found well. What I like there is he's poached, but he's like, I'm poached, so I'm just going to keep here. Why would I move closer? Just going to stay where I'm poached. Just fakes the lead pass there. Got the defender biting a little bit. Just keep running the give go. Or is it too boring? Lefty backhand and, oh dear. Well, that was underwhelming.
It did become a little bit unglued towards the end.
See, it should have been a thumber is the thing, so that we can really float it up into space.
Really let the player run onto it.
Thoroughly underutilized throw, I think. Oh, I tell you what, if he's a bit sharper there, there's a definite poach block in that.
As the Janitors look to play their slow, patient offense all the way into the end zone again.
Methodical. Just matriculating the disc down the field. And then zing, there's the break towards the far side of the pitch. Lovely offense there from the Janitors. Keeping this game alive as a contest for a little bit longer. Now 12-7. Comeback is on.
Yeah, it is and it isn't. Although if I'm yeah, you're right. The comeback is on. The Janitors are capable of anything.
I really want to spray this like F1 style.
If the Janitors win.
No, just generally. But the other problem is I also want to drink it.
Ah, see that.
Like with champagne, I don't mind because I don't actually enjoy it anyway. So it's a wash for me. Literally almost.
Fair.
But something like beer, oh no. Well, like that could be put to use. And by use I mean drunk.
The best use for beer.
Devon, I think they just want to they want to be nice and chilly and calm, play sensible offense, but that's boring. Let's just hammer it to the far side instead. Do they get away with it? Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do, and that is 13-7, and that is game. Devon have polished off the Janitors here in the Masters.
Very nicely done, and showing off what a power they can be in the coming Masters tournaments next year. So this one's going to end hella early, is the official terminology, at 11:30.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to maybe have a 15-minute siesta, a little snooze. We're back at 12 o'clock with our next game. We have games on the hour every hour. Final game today starts at 5 o'clock, which is the showcase game between the Southwest and the West and the rest of the world. I'm not entirely sure whether that's the Southwest and West of England or the Southwest and West of any country. We will find out. Coming up next on this pitch is Mythagon, which I believe to be Bristol's alumni, up against Flakes and Twirls, whoever they are. But I'll look forward to the game nonetheless. We'll see you at 12 o'clock here at Glastonbury Tournament.
Alti.tv